What is going on, boys? We out here at the lot, and today's video is going to be about what it's like riding a motorcycle in Washington State. You know, it's not a bad day for mid-December. I almost said September, but it's mid-December. But anyways, let's talk about the weather in Washington and what it's like riding in this very cold and wet state. Especially right now. The weather right now is really terrible for riders because we have all sorts of flooding this year. I believe this year is actually the worst flooding we've seen in a long time. I think it's like 10 years or something. But yeah, so the weather here can be really shoddy. Sometimes it can be really great, especially during the spring and summer. It's amazing. But then during the winter and fall, it's very shoddy on whether or not you're able to go out and ride. I mean, you can ride all year round, but whenever you are riding all year round, you better dress really warm and have a good pair of all seasons on your bike. Because these roads get slick. Whether it's not from the rain, it's from the ice during the winter, like January, February-ish. It gets really icy out here. Now, some days during the winter, it's like today, where it's just a little cloudy. But yeah, I mean, you kind of have to gamble on your chances of riding, because the other thing about the weather here is you can go from cloudy days or even blue skies and sunshine to rain in a matter of like an hour. And when it rains, it's not very fun. Because a lot of Washington drivers, let's face it, aren't exactly the best drivers. We're known for having pretty crappy drivers all the way around. So it can get pretty sketchy, and a lot of people aren't paying attention to you, especially if you're on a Grom like me where it's super small. Now, I know Eastern Washington is a lot different. I mean, they go from 100-degree weather for like 6 months, and then it's ice cold, snowy for another 6. I'm on Western Washington, so it's not like that over here. We get a mix of everything when it comes to weather. But the one thing that I will say does help out with most riders in Washington is we get adapted to all these conditions that the weather throws at us. Some of us, most of us, are pretty used to that like instant rain, and then we have to ride in the rain, which sucks. Alright, now let's talk about stunt riding in Washington. That was kind of just an overview of what it's like riding in Washington. Let's talk about the stunt riding in Washington. I'm gonna open my visor because it's getting foggy. Stunt riding in Washington can be looked at in two different ways. In one way, people either really enjoy the stunt riders and cheer us on and gives us thumbs up whenever we ride past. Other times we get angry drivers, and we get a lot of people that disapprove of this. A lot of Karens around here in Washington. And same thing with cops. Some cops are cool with us. They don't mind it as long as we're not being absolute a-holes out here on the streets or in the lot. But other cops really seems to have an issue with stunt riders, and probably just honestly motorcycle riders in general, unless you're a brother that rides a Harley. So yeah, sometimes it can be loved and appreciated by people, other times not so much. Let's do a little seat standard. Oh, I'm trying to get more comfortable at doing handbrake stuff. I am relatively new to the handbrake setup, so I want to learn a lot of moving around stuff and combos, especially circles. I need to learn circles. So yeah, that's what it's like stunt riding in Washington with the people. Now the views in Washington, we have a lot of beautiful roads that go through some of the coolest scenery you'll probably see in most states in this country. I mean, we got places like Diablo, Deception Pass, which I've shown you guys a picture of that road and bridge going over Deception Pass. We got Snoqualmie, we've got Stevens Pass, Highway 2 and I-90. And then like we just got lots of cool different things that you can go see driving around or riding around in Washington. So it is a huge benefit. Now the downside to it, there's very limited time you're able to go on those roads, because all of those roads have the same issue where they are very high elevation, which gets a lot of snow, and that snow makes it really difficult for somebody on a bike with two wheels to go up those roads. So yeah, those roads can be a little difficult to go out and ride sometimes, and they are highways and freeways, so the Grom's not going to be able to do it unless I got like a bunch of people with me. We're just balls to the wall, floored the whole time. But eventually when I get a big bike, I will go on a lot of those roads and go check them out and show you guys the beauties of Washington. For now, we'll just stick with the urban riding. Show you guys what it's like riding in places like Everett, Seattle, Linwood, even Marysville, and other places like that. Because this is a lot better for city roads, not exactly highways. Let's get some stand-up circle practice in. This wind's throwing me around. I've been working on those stand-up circles for a little while now. I'm starting to get a little bit closer to where I can just get in a tight circle and spin super fast. So now that we've talked about what the weather is like here, the views of Washington when you're riding, and what you can expect from most people when you're out here, the bike life culture in Western Washington. The bike life culture in Washington is pretty sweet. I mean, I can say for stunt riding, there's a lot of people in Western Washington that stunt ride. Not a lot of people really talk about the stunt scene in Washington. I mean, you hear about places like California, Chicago, Florida, Texas. All the main stunt riding groups are in like the East Coast, South, or California, because California is just massive. But Washington does have some really cool people and a lot of people in the stunt riding scene, especially for mini bikes, because we have rides like Ferry to Ferry, which is massive. There are so many people, and it is an all-day ride, and it's awesome. And it is majority stunt riders. Like, there is some scooter guys, but even some of the scooter guys, like the Mop Boys, are stunt scooter riders. But the bike life stunt scene here is just, it's a big crowd, and it's a lot of people. There is some bad apples, just like there is in probably every other stunt scene in every other state, but the stunt scene here is great. Like, there's probably at least 2 to 3 rides every week during the summer. We got Mini Monday, we've got Two Wheel Tuesday, Thirsty Thursday, all the fun rides here in Washington. And it's constant. There's always people out during the summer because it's the best time to ride, and for some people it's the only time they ride. I'm also trying to learn brake jams and how to jump and transition in a brake jam. We'll get it one day, boys. But yeah, the community out here is great. I mean, the people out here are awesome. So far, I haven't had too many issues with anybody. There's been some people I know to shy away from just because of the drama wrapped around their lives, but for the most part, it's pretty chill. I actually have a couple of my buddies coming up to the lot here in a little bit, but yeah, it's Washington's not a bad place to ride. You just kind of have to pick your battles. I mean, sometimes it's great, sometimes it's a little crappy and the weather sucks and ruins your day. But that's just part of riding, and not just in Washington, in a lot of places. Washington is just the extreme of each side. It's extremely beautiful during the summer and comfortable to ride, but it's also extremely cold and miserable to ride during the winter. That's just how it be. Same with the people. It's extremely positive or extremely negative from most people. That's just how Washington be. There's extremes on each side, but it's fun, and I enjoy this place a lot. One day I'll be able to probably have a house in a different state, or just be able to travel during the winter, so that way it's easier for me to make a bunch of content for this channel. We're slowly growing at a steady rate, which I love, and hopefully eventually I can start traveling for this channel and making a bunch of content in different states and show you the different cultures and the different way people ride in different states. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy the Washington scene because it is pretty good. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. Just talk about the Washington riding scene, and specifically the Washington stunt scene. Talked about a whole lot here. Most of the Washington moto vloggers, they just mainly talk about how it is riding sport bikes or cruisers through Washington. I wanted to show off the stunt scene because I think it needs more love. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want to see anything different in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe. Later. Spiritual.